Hello and welcome you all. I, Professor Vipin Chopade, working as Assistant Professor at AISSMS Institute of Information Technology, Pune at Department of Engineering Sciences. In this video, I am going to discuss about power plants. Let's talk about types of energies first. There are two kinds of energies. One is renewable energy, the another one is non-renewable energies. Renewable energies are the forms of energies, those are inexhaustive. Those cannot exhaust at their uses. For example, wind energy, solar energy, tidal energy, these are the some examples of renewable energies. Non-renewable energies, those forms of energies which are exhaustive after using of a particular period of time. So these are called as non-renewable form of energies. Examples are coal, gasoline, petrol, gas, etc. Let's talk about difference between renewable and non-renewable form of energies. First point is that in renewable energies, they are also called as non-conventional sources of energies, and non-renewable energy sources, they are called as conventional sources of energies. Talking about renewable sources, they are available in abundant quantity, while as that of non-renewable sources, they are limited. About renewable sources of energies, they are inexhaustible and available continuously, while non-renewable energy sources are exhaustible and will vanish in nearby future. About renewable energies again, they do not create pollution, while non-renewable energy resources create pollution and they are hazardous too. Again, in renewable sources of energies, they are available potential of energy in diluted form, while availability of non-renewable energy sources is high. Then renewable energy sources, the cost of extraction of energy to build power plant is very high, while non-renewable energy sources, the cost of extraction of energy is low. In renewable energy sources, the energy is affected by different seasons, while in non-renewable energy sources, the energy is not affected by different seasons. In renewable sources of energies, again, the cost of extraction and storages is high, while in case of non-renewable, the cost of extraction and storage is less. In renewable sources of energies, the overall cost of electricity produced per unit is high, while in case of non-renewable, it is quite less. Examples of renewable energy sources are solar energy, wind energy, hydropower energy, tidal energy, wave energy, etc. While examples of non-renewable energy sources are fossil fuels like coals, gas, oil, natural energy, nuclear energy, etc. Let's talk about solar energy power plant. What is solar energy power plant? As the name suggests itself, the energy produced by using sunlight. It is what solar energy power plant utilizes. So what are the components that are observed in solar energy power plant? This one is your solar flat plate collector, and this one is your turbine. Turbine is connected to generator. So one end of turbine is connected to condenser coil. Condenser output goes to feed pump again, and same way the cycle repeats. Let's talk about working of each and every component. First component is solar plate collected. What is the function of this solar plate collector? Sun radiations which are bombarding on the solar plate collector, it collects the radiation in the form of energy, it stores them in the form of energy. That energy is used as input by the turbine. So by that energy, the turbine blades rotated. By the rotation of turbine, your solar energy is converted into mechanical energy, and on rotation of turbine, the shaft of generator rotates. On rotation of generator produces electricity. So in this way, the mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy in generator. Then unutilized form of energy goes back to the condenser coil. Again, condenser condenses by mutually circulating hot water and cold water in condenser coil, and cycle repeats after some times. So this is how solar energy works. And the advantages of solar power plant are like this one. As sun energy is available in abundant quantity, there are no limitations as raw material. Then solar energy is available freely and easily. Then it is again not necessary to have a power skilled labor to operate the solar power plant. Then some are the disadvantages, like solar energy is dilute in form and it is spread out. That's why this solar flat plate collector and collectors are used. They are a bit costly. This is one of the disadvantage of solar energy power plant. Then the intensity of solar energy is on again a weather dependent one. So one cannot expect a continuous supply of solar energy throughout a day. So these are some limitations of solar energy power plant. The next type of power plant is hydroelectric power plant. The name itself suggests the energy generation by using hydropower, means water. It is called as hydroelectric power plant. This is the constructions of hydroelectric power plant. Like this one is the dam constructed to constructed to arrest the water at some high potential level. Then these are the generator. Then this is the setup of your hydroelectric power plant. This is the setup of your turbine. Let's talk about hydroelectric power plant and functions of each component in detail. So first component is your reservoir. So here is your reservoir. This one is the dam, which is constructed to achieve the higher height proportional to the higher potential energy for the storing of the water reservoir. So what is the function of reservoir? It is used to store a large quantity of the water during rainy season. It is the only function of reservoir. It is to store the large quantity of water. Then second component is your dam. What is the function of dam? It is the structure which is built across the reservoir, which develops to store the water, and it build up a head for the power generation. So what is the function of dam? To achieve the higher potential energy, to arrest the flow of water through the reservoir, the construction of dam is made. So what will be the form of energies available here at the entrance of the dam? It will be a potential energy. And next important part is your trash rack. The trash rack is placed in dam only. So it is in reservoir only. What is the purpose of the trash rack? After we start flowing of water from the reservoir through this pen stock, then there may be chances along with the water some impurities or debris particles may come in pipeline. So in order to avoid such kind of situation and scenarios, we have to use trash rack. So what is the function of trash rack? It filters out the impurities and dirt and dust particle to avoid their entrance in the pen stock. The next important part is pen stock. What is the function of pen stock? It is not, what is the pen stock? It is nothing but a pipeline of diameter 1 to 2 meter in diameter. And what is the function? The function of penstock is to convert potential energy of the water to the kinetic energy. So through this penstock, your water flows to the setup of your powerhouse. So this is the function of penstock. Then next one is your anchors or supports. So what is the function of anchors and support? The function of anchors and support, while water is flowing through this penstock, it is having higher velocity. And due to that higher velocity, your pipe starts vibrating, penstock starts vibrating. There may be chances because of the excessive pressure generation, the penstock may burst. So in order to avoid that kind of situation, anchors are present or supports are present at regular interval along the pipeline. Then the next important element is a control room. What is the function of control room? It is a room to it is a room used as storage device for the all electrical equipments. And what are the equipments in the powerhouse? This one is your turbine. This one is the generator. So after penstock, here the form of energy is kinetic energy. This kinetic energy form of water was bombarded on the blades of turbine, which starts to rotate turbine at higher speeds. So kinetic energy is converted into mechanical energy in the turbine. And this mechanical energy is used as input by the shaft of generator, which produces electricity. So in generator, mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. This is how energy flow takes place. At first, your energy is potential energy in the dam. Then after potential energy is converted into kinetic energy in penstock. Then after kinetic energy is converted into mechanical energy by the use of turbine blades. And that mechanical energy is converted into electric energy through the generator. So this is how energy flow takes place in hydroelectric power plant, and this is how energy generation takes place. What are the advantages of hydroelectric power plant? As water source is easily available, so there is no shortage of raw material. Then no fuel is burnt, so it is again a pollution free power plant. Then running cost of this power plant is low. So these are the some advantages of hydroelectric power plant. What are the disadvantages of hydroelectric power plant? As we can see here, the requirement of dam is there, so it will require a large area. So a large amount of land is required to construct a hydroelectric power plant. So this is not economical. Then initial cost of this setup is very high. Then time required to set up of this plant is more. So these are the some disadvantages of hydroelectric power plant. So I hope now you will be familiar with the energy types, renewable and non-renewable, their examples, and solar energy power plants, how it works, and hydroelectric power plant, how it works. Thank you all.